in grandeur, and hear the brook, and feel the gentle breeze.
Privilege and the opportunity to be part of this class. I want to say, and I want to pray that God will continue to bless you, even as you bless the world. So, quickly, I don't want to. I can see we're just about. We still have a few people who are supposed to join the class, and I hope they would join us as soon as possible. Now, there are a couple of things we are supposed to do in the last 1 week. The particular assignment being the movie, The Matrix. Is there anybody here who was able to watch the movie, The Matrix Reloaded, or The Matrix 1999? Is there anybody here who was able to watch it?
No, yeah. I can't. I tried. I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, I do, sir. Did you buy it? Did you get?
Who is that I do?
The one I was able to view was 28. It was put as Matrix 28th Century Edition, which I think must be the same thing. 28th edition explained.
The one I downloaded was not audible.
Your network.
I can't watch it if it's not audible.
Like Yoruba would say, that you get to a point where the man with the charm, we have to exercise his charm. That Ọ̀rọ̀ Debiti Ológun ti Isa. So many of us are used to some of these free things that we get. But this particular movie I actually asked us to watch. I knew that we will not be able to get it for free. So for those who are willing to go the extra mile of making investment in their own personal development, it's going to cost you something. It is either you are buying it or you are renting it. The reason is because those kind of film, they are not the kind of film you see everywhere. They are not the kind of film that small children just want to watch. Before this class, I took my time to actually research again whether I could get something free online. Fine, but even when I was watching, I realized that I've watched it for a long time now. I realized that even when you buy it or if you have to rent it, it is what you have to mentally commit your brain, to understand the idea, of what they are trying to say. Now, I could subtitle it, But as I watch it, I know that just as the Bible says, for those of us who are Christians, it says, the deep collect unto deep. It takes men of intelligence, to actually be able to understand the intelligence and the wisdom in that movie. And that's why it's so difficult to find it everywhere. So for those of us who, I'm going to make it an open assignment. And I'll say it this way. For as many of us who want to, personally invest in ourselves, I know it might look like money, but I'm going to encourage and I'm going to ask you to put your hand in your pocket and buy the movie or rent it or make it one of your own collections. Now, for some of us or for some people, they may not have so much money, but they have so much hope. There's a difference between having money and having hope. Some people have money, they don't have hope. If you have money and you don't have hope, you are the most miserable. If you don't have money and you have hope, I am telling you, you are richer than that man who has money. So you may not have so much money now, but your ability to make a deliberate effort in investing in yourself give you hope for your future. There are so many rich men who don't have hope for the future. That's why you see an average politicians in Africa who has all this money, full of money, all his house full of money, and he keep on stealing because there's nothing to direct his mind, to multiply that fund. So they don't know anything about multiplication. All they know about is accumulation. So they keep on accumulating because they know that, hey, there's nothing that gives them a hope of a future because they are not the people who have been personally investing in their own mind. What you are doing right now in watching that movie is not because I wanted to watch movie but I know that you commit both your substance and your heart to it. It's going to change a whole lot, It's going to change your story eventually. I'm going to tell you something about one of the men I respect so much this time around. And with due respect, I'm going to mention his name. His name is Dr. Oke. We happen to be a director in his company, and we happen to facilitate and to lecture at NNPC training, for an NNPC training programs. And in one of the training programs, one of those we just finished, the facilitation and we were out. It was in the night, and then there was this bookstore myself and Reverend Dr. Oke just went into. And then we got to that bookstore, and I saw Dr. Oke parking, taking this, taking that. I thought it was just with the shopping. And by the time we were done picking this piece, let me hold this one for me, carry this one. By the time we were done, picking books, that was even about some 9-10 years ago. He had packed book worth 100,000 naira. 100. I was just wondering. He said, Femi, I need to invest in my personal development. And just like that. And when you hear him speak, now you would think it is, it was just some kind of, something just, he's an anointing, he has an anointing. But you know what? If you don't even invest in your anointing, you will still not be different from somebody who doesn't even have it. You understand what I'm saying? Now, when he speaks, I tell you, I hear intelligence and I hear delivery because these are people who are investing in their mind, in his mind. And I can see, he cannot, when he speaks, he's always getting, invited to come and speak to professors, people who even have greater degree than him. Now, that is because he had learned to invest in himself. So I'm going to encourage you, beyond the fact that you have to begin to, look for, free things. Try and see if you can rent that movie or you can buy it. It's going to change your story. And you understand that particular movie is just about how you can actually exercise your mind in victory. There's a particular part of the film where a particular guy was fighting. He was fighting people with sword. And imagine them, this guy was almost killing him. And immediately he just said, I can kill all this. And he changed his mind. And the moment he changed his mind, the battle changes. And he ended up killing everybody with sword. He was not holding any sword. But because he changed his mind, he killed everybody that was holding sword. You need to see the movie. So I'm still going to encourage you, look for money and then get the movie. Either you rent it or you buy it. So quickly today, before I go to other things, I'm going to quickly take us on our main topic for today, and that is making impact. Making impact. Making impact. We have looked at a couple of things before now. We've looked at self-discovery. We have looked at vision, the power of vision, how to have vision, how to exercise your vision, the principle, all of that. If you have seen my book, you would have seen a lot more about vision. We have talked about self-discovery. And by the time you put all of this together, the next thing I want us to now, the vision you have had, your discovery that you have made about yourself. Now, the next thing I want us to begin to, the next level, the next area where we're going to look at briefly today is how do you to merge your vision, are you getting me now, and your discovery, the understanding of yourself together to make a difference in the world. And if I may ask us in this class, what do you understand by making an impact? We are making what does it mean to make impact? What do you understand by that? Making impact. We're talking about making impact today. Making impact. What does it mean to make impact? Yes.
To influence others positively, so that you will leave a mark of good impression that will support them, push them into becoming whom God has made them to be.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Ma. Tabat said she's talking about influencing others positively, to making them become what God had, called them, or whatever God had created them to be. That's a good one. I'm going to come back to that. Any other person about making impact?
To make a change.
To make a change, to cause a change. All right. Any other person want to say something about making impact?
To add value.
To add value. To add value. That's a good one, to add value. All right, one more person, please.
Come on.
Ability to make a landmark in the life of somebody.
Ability to make a landmark in the life of somebody or some people. All right, thank you very much. We have already made a good attempt at this. That is, we are talking about influencing. We are talking about making a change. We are talking about causing a landmark. We are talking about touching people's life. Now, and that is where we are going right now. That having discovered yourself, having discovered your vision, and to know where you're going. The next thing we are going to be talking about right now is about that thing you have discovered, making use of it. Just like I've said, influencing other people positively, causing a change. Cause, like you said, having a landmark, touching people's life. And then from what I wrote, I said it means making an impact is simply about ignoring the world's problem, making your own contributions towards a better world. There are so many problems in the world right now. There's so many things that are begging for attention. See, when people don't probably realize or discover their vision, I know that something is probably wrong. Anyway, starting from where we start from, you cannot influence other people until you yourself have become influenced, by your own vision, by understanding who you are. This is where I was born, and then you'll be able to know what you are called for. Now, because when people are saying that they don't know, I don't even know what my vision is. People don't know why they are here. Now, it is because you have not done the first thing. One, discover yourself, and then you have not. The reason why you are not seeing the problem is because you have not developed a vision. Now, when I use the word ignoring the world's problem, I'm talking about that when you stop ignoring the world's problem, I'm talking about that is when you begin to make your impact. There's so many things that like I said, happening around us. Now, there's a society, a lot of societal problem going on. There's a teenagers problem. A lot of teenagers are having issues. By the time the opportunity to begin to hear what's going on in so many people's lives, so many teenagers' lives, you realize that, oh my God, there's so many things to be done in the world right now about the teenagers. Now, there are youth problems. A lot of these are having problems. They don't even know what to do about their marital issue. People are confused and all of that now. And many of us are here that we know more than even what we're supposed to know. And sometimes when I relate that to church matters at times, I realize that there are too many people with wisdom staying in the church, and the wisdom is not finding practical application in the world. Like somebody said, the place to be a Christian is not in the church, it's in the world. That is, if you're a Christian now, that the place to be a Christian is not in the church. But what? You're supposed to be your own Christian. You're supposed to make the expression of whatever you think you carry. It's supposed to be in the world, not just in the church. Now, you're supposed to be out there and begin to touch life, changing lives. Now, by the virtue of what you have seen, that is your vision. And then I said, look, there are so many family issues, so many business matter. And so your own impact, your own area of impact could be in the business world. People are confused about what to do. People are looking for long-lasting principles, genuine principles that will make things happen, that will make things, that will give them success in their endeavor, in their businesses. They are looking for that. Now, these are areas where the world is having problems. They are waiting for your impact. There are people having moral issues. People don't know how to hold themselves to high standard morally. You understand? There are so many family issues, marriage matters and all that, and they are all there. These are the problems that many of us will just, until you realize that it is your responsibility, to change the world. You will keep on ignoring all these problems. Someone will say, what concerns me? If you leave that I don't care attitude life, you will never be able to make a difference in the world. You will never be able to make a difference in the world. And the only way to make a difference is to take responsibility for the world. Why must you make impact? Why you must make impact? I'm still going to come back to all of our success keynote. I'm going to take the class lessons and I'll come back to some of those things that we are, because we are running off the class gradually, and that's why I'm taking this particular topic ahead of every other thing that we usually do in the class. Now, the next thing I have to say, why must you make impact? Why must you make impact? The number one reason why you must make impact is that you cannot afford to be ignored. You cannot afford to be ignored. You cannot afford to be ignored. Those who are not making impact, there are people that nobody's taking their side. People say, I don't want people to talk about me. I don't want people to... See, if people are not talking about you, you are as good as not in existence. You don't get it. You must get to a point where you must always be in the news for the right reason. You must always be in the news. And that is why for those who are making impact, either positively or negatively, they are in the news. It's a boring life to be ignored. If you're in a church, if you're in a community, if you're in a place, if you're in a school, there must be something up. You must be causing a stir. You must be causing a stir. What's going on here? And you cannot afford to be ignored. It's a boring life. It's a boring life. It's very boring because nothing involves that. So let me just go quietly. I don't want anybody to talk about me. I don't want to. Let them not talk. Your Bible says, because when nobody is talking about you, as dead, you don't get it. You are as good as dead, and you don't want to live the dead life. You don't want to live the dead life. You want to live the life of the living. So when you get to a place, you look around, what's going on here? And when I'm talking about what's going on now, you are looking like, what is the problem to be solved around here? Anywhere you find yourself, if you find yourself in a village, you look around, what is the problem in this village? Now you are taking over. You are taking over everywhere you get to. Because you know that you are supposed to create a stir. You are supposed to make an impact everywhere you find yourself. You cannot afford to be ignored. It is too expensive to be ignored. People would doubt you. Secretary, who is that kind of person? You cannot. I'm going to talk about one book again. You know, I like to talk about books. You know, when you're in my class, we hear about books. If you have read this book before, 48 Laws of Power. How many of us know about that book? 48 Laws of Power. 48 Laws of Power. Anybody have seen that book? Has anybody heard about the book called 48 Laws of Power by G.N. Green? Nobody in this class? Look, I have a lot of holy people in this class. They don't read bad books. It's a good book. It's good. It's a book for people who are making some kind of impact. Nobody has heard about the book 48 Laws of Power. 48 Laws of Power. Anybody here in this class? Nobody. Oh my God. Like seriously, nobody knows about the 48 Laws of Power, the book.
I heard about the book.
What do you know about the book, man? Can you tell us what you heard about the book?
I know it's a book that talks about what those who are causing a stir, those who are the powerful people who are ruling the world. There are some, things that you must do. And also, it's been long. I heard about the book, of course, virtue of my bookworm husband.
Bookworm husband.
Anybody has seen that book? Nobody. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Adino. You know, that book, if you can, just write it down. Anytime you have the time, you may just go ahead and just get it and look at it. But you know what? There is hardly any president in this world, any president of any country, all over the world, presidents all over the world, they read that book. They read that book. And the day when I read that book, I know why.
I'm sorry, I beg to submit that your president in your country have not read that book.
It's only my president that did not read the book.
Buhari must have not read it. I'm very sure. No.
Sorry. I want to put on my AC.
Yes, someone else is following.
I know Oshibajo must have read it, but for Buhari, no way. There's nothing like that.
Oh my God. Anyway, what I want to bring out of that book is this. There's a particular chapter in that book that talks about not being ignored. Though the book, anyway, I won't recognize it. I won't recommend the book to people who don't have strong minds, to read bad things, because the book talks about the bad things that you can do to perpetuate yourself in power. Anyway, he said? Those books, I remember it was my local government chairman where I served. I was in his library and he told me, Femi, you got to get that book. And when I finished service here, I went to look for the book and I understand what he was talking about. When he said, Femi, you must read that book. That was my local government chairman. Then we were so close. So the point he said, part of that was saying that, look, he said, when you get to a place, even when you don't know, even when you don't have any, even when you have nothing, you understand? He said, make sure you cause a trouble that will make everybody look in your direction. He said, when you get to a place, if you like, you can abuse the leader. He said, where is this person coming from? He's abusing the leader, even though you don't have anything. He said, for everywhere you get to, you must make sure that you get the attention. So once you get there, you may not even do anything again, but make sure you make an impression by getting attention that it is a way to get power. Even people who have more power than you, he said, by the time you create that attention, they will start running to you. This person who is doing this one must, and then everybody just come in your way. But meanwhile, the guy did not have anything. He just has mouth and he's causing stay. Anyway, that's just about the book. But he was saying that, look, when you get to a place, make sure that you get an attention, that you can't afford to be silenced. Don't silence yourself. Don't silence yourself. That's one of it. Say you cannot afford to be ignored. You can't afford to be ignored. You are not power drunk, but it takes power to also cause a change. You must be recognized as a voice, as an authority wherever you are. And that's why, even where you have not been, you can't afford to sit and say, let me just be looking at them. Who know me? Who bought me? Somebody knows you. And because you are God's agent, you can't afford to be ignored anywhere. Number two, when why you must make an impact? Say it is far better to be an asset than a liability. To be an asset and a liability. And that is where everywhere you go to, even if you get to a place where they have all the money, where they have all the resources, where they have everything at all, make up your mind to be an asset in that place. You don't want to go there and begin to depend on whatever they got that place. Look, I am coming here to add value. Like one of somebody said when we were talking about making impact, I am coming here to add value. One of the things I do every year right now is this. In Christmas, people say they want to give to the needy. When Christmas comes, I look for the people who are richer than I want to give to them. You don't get it? That I am an asset. That some of us get to be some one person that you feel is richer or has money than you. All you are looking at is that, okay, let the person give to me. Let the person just give to me. Let me just collect. See, when I meet you, and my wife is anyway. Once I know that if I categorize you as richer than me, I want to give to you first. I am the one who is going to win you first. I am the one who is going to tap into, connect to whatever it is that is flowing in your life first. When I get to a church, when I get to a place where I see them making or flourishes very well, I will make sure when I go, I put something down. I want to connect to the flow of blessing in that church. Someone say, our church in one low God, they must be chopping money, and then you go there, you will listen to the message, you will just go and then I just like that. I just smiled. You are the one doing yourself. If you get to a place where there's abundance, connect yourself to that abundance. If you get to a place where there's so much, become an asset. That this place is so rich. Yeah, you want to make your own. That's why you must make impact. Be an asset everywhere. It is cheaper. And by the time you become an asset, more blessings will flow. More, greater things are going to flow your way. So everybody you meet, you want to say, when you are meeting me, start with that. And that brother, Mr. Adetino, must be very knowledgeable. Must begin to go. You see, she said, you meet the same Mr. Adetino already. I said, I will make up my mind. The next time I meet Mr. Adetino, I'm going to buy me a book. I'll buy me a book myself to make sure that she said you can read me. I'll buy me books. I said, somebody said, I pray one day Mr. Adetino will just buy me books. No, you are going to change that. See, to become an asset. See, if you meet and you buy me books, you know what? I'm going to look at the book and I'm going to think about 3 years. This man buy me books. I'll go back and say, I got to begin. I need to begin to think more about this person because you are making a deposit into my life. You are making an impact in my life. And I said, please mute your microphone. He said, it is number 3 to make an impact. Why you say it is a part of fulfillment of your vision. It is a way to fulfill your vision, what God has given you to do, whatever vision God has given you to do. You see, the way to fulfill it is to make an impact. When you begin to make an impact, people give you platform. People will give you platform. The world will make a way for you. And that is why, even when you have not had the kind of platform you are hoping or you are trusting God to have. Right now, whatever you have right now, I'm just going to ask you to keep on doing what you are doing in one way you can do it. Because you are on the path of the fulfillment of your vision. If you are a singer here, if they have not invited you to a church or to a group or to a komo to come and sing, gather 2-3 children together, sing to them. Sing a song of hope. I'll tell you about somebody who lives in America. I have a friend here in Nigeria right now. He left the United States and he went to Nigeria after he had done everything. And he is a facilitator, he's a communicator, and God had deposited so much into him. You know what this guy did? When he got to Nigeria, he's on crutches. He cannot walk well. He's crippled, so he uses crutches. When he got to Nigeria, nobody was listening to him. He started going from places to places. He will be going to do his teaching. Things that he thinks like what I'm doing now. He does a lot of empowerment talk, and he goes from places to places to go and do free talk. He said he just wanted to just listen. He just needed people to hear what God had deposited in him. You know what he did one day that shocked me? He wasn't preaching message. He usually go to Orita Meta, where street corners, Orita Meta, and he will be telling people what I'm teaching you right now. He will be teaching people on how they can make their life better. You don't get it now. He will tell them that, look, you people here, and this is somebody I respect when they teach on vision. Is somebody who has so much deep revelation on when it comes to having vision and fulfilling your life vision. And he will go to a street corner. Nobody invited him, and he'll be talking to people and say, look, vision is this. This is what vision will do for you. And people say, is this guy all right? He's not even talking about come and give a life to Jesus. He's talking about vision, on the street corner. And the day I met him, he came when I was working in the bank, and he came to my bank too. He came for free. He said he wanted to talk to us early in the morning. So usually we have a meeting in the bank around 7 o'clock, and he asked for 15 minutes. You understand now? To talk to us at our at our meeting, and he would do it, and he was going from branches to branches, doing it for free. Today, Joseph cannot speak for 1 hour, and they will not pay him 5 million naira. For every 1 hour he speaks. That was the last time. That's about 5 years ago. This is what he showed me checkbook, send me to the payment family there. And it was places, even government house. They invited him. Lagos State House of Assembly. They invited him to come and talk. His own is called the orientation talk. He's always doing the orientation talk. Kogi State House of Assembly. They invited him. But you know what? He was making his impact even when nobody gave him platform. Are you getting me now? Even when nobody give you platform, when nothing is coming, see, find a place to touch people's life. You don't get it. I've seen people give Joseph check 10 million for 1 hour. For speaking for 1 hour, they paid him 10 million naira. That was some 8 years ago, 10 years ago. This guy does not have leg. He's working on clutches, and he's making impact. The first time in my life, he called me to his office. He said, Femi, if you know the man they call Pat Utomi used to be former economic minister of Nigeria. He said, Femi, you got to be in my office on Saturday. I said, what's going on? He said, I wanted to. And I met him, and he introduced me to Pat Utomi. He said, Femi, you need to meet Femi. And he introduced me to him one-on-one. This is a guy who cannot walk with his leg. He's walking on crutches. Number 4. It is either you are making impact or you are being impacted. It is either you are making impact, or you are being impacted. If you are not making impact, somebody other will make impact on you. And that's to say that if you choose not to fulfill your vision, you are going to be used to fulfill other people's vision. Are you following me now? So you must make impact. It is either you are making impact or they are impacting on you. And when everybody keep on impacting on you, you may end up not fulfilling your vision. So whichever way it is, whether it is convenient or it is not convenient, you must make impact. How do you make impact? How do you make impact? How do you make impact? Number 1, to make impact, you must have a vision. You must have a vision. And that is why I told us, some of us did that, we have not done it. I've not forgotten. By next Sunday, I'm going to bring all of our vision to us. You must have a vision. It's your vision that will determine the direction of your impact. I don't want to start using physics and all that to explain impact to us, but I tell you one thing, your vision will drive your impact home. And I'm still going to go back to that now. What is your vision? I told us to write our vision statement and our mission statement. Not just when I look at that, I mean just about 12 of us, 12 people submitted that thing, and I'm waiting on you. By the time we have done with this class, and you have not done your assignment, it's good that you come to class, but what really makes is what you do outside of the class. What did you do outside of this class? And for those who are doing the assignment, I tell you, I want to congratulate you, because I can bet my life on it. Your life will never ever remain the same again. So if you are doing it Jelen Kelly, is it not whatever? Like this thing, was it this thing yesterday? I was talking with Reverend our daddy, and I was telling him that because some people did not pay for this class, they think it's just any class they can stroll into and stroll out. By the time we start collecting money, to surprise some of you, it's not even about the money, because sometimes Yoruba will say is going to stay at the back of the yaro. Don't worry. But this one, even if you have not used your money to buy it, don't let it stay behind the arrow. Don't let it stay. Because you are changing, you are rewriting your own story by doing what you're supposed to do in this class. In this class. This kind of class, I have known people who attend, who goes to Lagos Business School, who pay as much as, for 1 hour class, they pay as much as 120. You know, I was teaching in one class, and I was teaching about time management, you know, and then a guy came to that class, and after the class, he met me. It was an empowerment class. He said, look, he said, what he had in this class is far better than what he had in Lagos Business School. I said, how do you mean? He said, last week, I was in Lagos Business School to listen to the same thing, and I paid 120,000 for 1 hour. He said, he's here again for 1 hour, and he paid nothing. And he can say it boldly to me that what he has learned from this class is far, far better, far, far more, you know, life-changing than what he even had at Lagos Business School. He said, what I heard here is more practical than what I heard. He said, they told us story, but here, this is the practical way. So, whatever you are getting here, make sure you do your assignment. So, to make impact, you must have a vision. What is your vision for life? It is your vision that would push you in the you know, that is your vision that will push you in the direction of your vision. So what is your vision? What is your vision? What is your vision? And when I'm talking about vision, remember, for even if you don't remember anything, let vision be in your head as the big picture. I ask anybody, if I meet anybody on the road and they tell me they want to be selling rice, the question I ask them next is that, what is the big picture? Now, you are selling rice today. What is going to be the future of your rice selling tomorrow? You get what I'm saying now? Oh, you are a teacher today. What is the big picture in your teaching? Oh, you want to end up being a professor. Good. Oh, if you're a teacher today, what is the big picture? The big picture is that I want to have a school. Oh, you are doing this today. What is the big, what is it? Because if there is no big picture, you will remain on that spot forever. You won't know. You will think because they increase your salary with 5,000 after 1 year, something has happened to you. Hey, I pity you. I pity you. It is not that if there's something in you that will drive you beyond that 5,000. Because some people are always waiting for the next 2 years when they will get a raise. I pity you. Because that raise is just to raise it to nothing. If you want to be raised to power and be multiplied, you need to pursue your vision in whatever you feel, you know, God has put in your heart to pursue for life. Your vision is your life assignment, is your life job, is your life work. Number 2, to make an impact, you must be willing to lead. Lead. And when I'm talking about lead, I'm not just talking about portfolio. I am talking about willingness to take responsibility everywhere you find yourself. Willingness to do what? To take responsibility everywhere you find. Even this class that we are talking about, this is our team class now. Some of us are appointed to be team lead, and you are doing like, she be team lead. See, for me, and for so many great men that I have seen around, the place where you receive the most life-changing training are places where nobody pays you, where nobody pays you. Somebody asked me, how come, Mr. Abdul, how come you know to do many things? I got to know how to do many things where I don't get paid. When they make you a team lead, I'm telling you, you will do it like your whole life depends on it. Like they are paying you 1 million. Because you know what? You are getting free training. Where people go to Harvard to learn how to become team lead. You don't know. People go to Harvard. Now, you don't have the opportunity to practically practice. If I were you, I'll just go and get one paper. I'll go and read what is team lead. Team lead is this and all that now. I remember the first time I was going to become an MD, when they were going to make me an MD, and I was asking for, I said, where's my appointment letter? You know what the chairman told me? He said, Femi, go and write your own job description. I'm like, I don't know my job description. He said, you go and write, if you know what it is, you go and write it. And I went back home, and I look online, honestly, who is an MD? And the team was blah. And I thought I wanted to do academic work so that I will impress them. When I got to the board meeting, and I presented it, and they said, look, let's sign it. That is what you must achieve as an MD. I said, what? I thought they were going to, edit it, adjust it, and make it look nicer. They said, no, everything you have written here, you must accomplish as an MD. And that is it. And you know what? You don't even need a portfolio to be an MD. You can lead both from the front and the back. See, even if you're a member of that team, and you're not the lead, you can actually talk to the team leader. Team lead, excuse me, ma'am, what are we doing about this? What is it about now? Now, you are taking leadership role from the back. And then, because you are doing that, you are going to be exposed to some more, to a lot more things that an ordinary and average member does not know. Because you are asking questions, you are trying to help make things happen. So what can we do? What is this now? You are what you are doing in that, you are developing your muscle. You are developing your muscle. Take responsibility. That's how to make impact. When you get to a place, look at what's going on here. What's going on here? You don't have to be in the portfolio. In fact, the most impactful leadership, they are those leadership that are done without any portfolio. Without portfolio. And you're making this happen. You know, there are some people that have never been, or they have never been in some top positions, but they're making this happen. They call them puppet masters. They are the people deciding, determining what's going on, because they take responsibility. I guess me now. So anywhere you find yourself to make impact, I'm not saying you want to hijack me from leader, but you know what? Quietly be involved. When I'm talking about leading now, be involved. Be involved. Be involved. Team leader, what is our next? Don't wait to be pushed. Anybody waiting to be pushed will never make impact. Make sure that you are fully involved. Even the administration, some of you could have sent me, then when you're talking about leading, you could have sent me some, WhatsApp message or text message. Mr. Adesina, is there anything I can do to assist in the class, in the running of the class? You could have sent me that message. That's a leader. You could have sent a message to our daddy and said, Daddy, please, is there anything I can do that can make this thing better? You understand now? That shows leadership. And by the time you come in that way, it begins to expose you to the next level of fulfillment. I say, this person is asking what, because not everybody will run away. But you know what? You must learn to volunteer the job that nobody is willing to do. And then you make an impact. The next thing I said, look, to make impact, I'm going to say this to you, and listen well. To make impact, make sure that everywhere you find yourself, ensure that you are in the politics of things. Do you understand what I'm saying now? Everywhere you find yourself, make sure you are in the politics of what? Of things. Make sure you are part of the decision-making body. And when I'm talking, so they're talking about voting and all that now. Make sure you are part of a political party if you can. I'm just going to encourage you. Be a card-carrying member. You will make impact. You don't have to be but make sure that you are quietly involved. I'll give you an instance. When I was maybe I'm a political person too somehow. Maybe one day I'm going to become a senator in Nigeria. I don't know. But I don't know. Just anything can happen. But the point is, when I was in school, I was a lawyer in my school. And then I was involved in politics. And then when I realized back in those days, when I was, in my school days, my campus days, I realized that the cultists are the one leading us in the school. Quietly as a lawyer, I started influencing some people. I was also the president of my, of my department. I started influencing people here, and I said, look, that guy, the guy that was going to be SUG president back in those days was a cult guy. He was my class. I was the governor of my class too, And then I made sure that even at home in my class, he lost the election. Because I talked to everybody one-on-one. That guy will not become. And then people start listening. And we change the course of things. I will change the course of things. See, don't shy away from that's what to make impact. That's what you cannot sit back. You have to be in the politics of things. You have to be involved in your community. Don't just say she wants your community meeting to come in. No. Find a way to be part of it. Because you are a force. Because the wisdom of God rests in your heart. Be where it is needed. Don't run away. In your church, be in the politics of things. In your mosque, be in the politics of things. In your community, be in the politics of things. It's not because politicians, and so who is going to make them clean? You that you are clean, why are you running away? Be there now. You know what I'm saying now? Be in the politics of things. I remember during my service here too. I was both the NCCF president, and I also want to become the corpus, leaders too. It was a very heated one, and I came second. But you know what? I became the Egumeja in the neck of the CLU. Eventually, it was impeached because I would not let him rest. I wanted this to change, and I went to contest for the post of the CLU back in they call it CLU, and I wanted to become this, and eventually by their manipulation, I lost to him by 2 marks, and I remember that, and I almost, because I did a lot of manifestos, but I made talk up to that service here. In fact, it wasn't CLU for more than 2 months because I gave him tough time. He worked from the head office because I was every money they spent, I will put my head, say you just stole our money, and I'm going to report it, and it became. So I'm just saying that, look, to make impact, to cause a change, make sure that you are in the politics of things. That's the way to cause change. You cannot carry me. You cannot run away and make the change. Our time is running fast. I said, wherever you are, number 4, I said, to make impact, speak up. Speak up. Don't just keep quiet. Like I said, I've said that before now. So you speak up. Speak up wherever you find yourself. Number 5, to make impact, you must be willing to go the extra mile. You must be ready to go the extra mile. You know, go a long way. You need to do, you know, you cannot just read what everybody is reading. You have to, you know, take a step further. You have to drive yourself more than what everybody is doing. You have to do, everybody might be sleeping for 8 hours. You may have to end up for 7 hours. You need to do personal research. You need to look in. You need to go the extra mile. When people are giving 1 naira, you have to give 150 kobo. When people are doing, you need to go the extra mile. Where people stop, that's where you're going to start. In whatever area, you are going the extra mile. When others are praying for 30 minutes, you are praying for at least 35 minutes. You need to go the extra mile. Number 6, I said, volunteer to do what nobody is willing to do. That's way to make it. But people are going to run away from so many things. Like I said, you know, in the class, being a team lead is going to be different and all that. Now you can volunteer. You can volunteer. I remember, you know, in my old school session, you know, everybody was running away from becoming, you know, from. And I have this guy who just came and said, look, I want to become this. I want to become this. You know what? I was the chairman. I gave him all because everybody was running away. We have to push people. We have to change. But he said, look, I want to be this. And he came out. You know what? The others that were going to contest for that post, we are trying to encourage them. But this one person who said he wants to be, I gave him full support until he won that position. And he's doing well. Volunteer to do what nobody is doing. Number 7, and this is very, very important. To make impact, to listen to me and write this down. Number 7, to make impact, you must solve your money problem very quickly. Anybody have what I just said now? I said what? Solve your money problem very quickly. I'm saying that have money, have breakthrough with money as soon as possible. It's part of the assignment I'm going to give you. So that's why I want to quickly rush over this and I go to the assignment now. Afterwards, have money. Make sure you know you find a way to have money. Do you know why all these politicians they have time to do whatever they are doing? It is because money is not their food is not their problem to eat. Some of you, the reason why you're not going to politics, the reason why you will not join leadership thing in your community, because you are still struggling to put food on your table. Say, that is what some of those politicians that you see, with due respect to many of them, some of them they have solved their money problem long time. Money is not their problem. Money is not their problem. They are just looking for where to spend money. And if you must also make impact, you must find a way to solve your money problem on time. I don't know if anybody's getting what I'm saying now. See, money, as you said, when Solomon said, money answered all things. It may be true, it may not be true. But I tell you what, to a greater extent, money gives you power to make impact. To make impact. There are some people that people are following them because of their money. That if they say, let us all go to hell, everybody will follow him to hell. Because he has money. Because he has money. Money is a power. I'm not asking you to look for money at the detriment of your life. But I'm going to encourage you that in everything you do, find a way to solve your money, find a way to make money in such a way that you will not find it difficult to say you don't have money to attend meeting. You will go, not only because food is not your problem. It is about making a change, having the right community, making the world a better place. You now become your vision. This is why you cannot have vision for the world. It's because your vision right now is how to eat. That's the truth. So many of us say our vision is how to eat, how to find something to put in your. That's your vision. That's all that is in your head right now. So you can never have a vision on how to help other people because even you yourself you are helpless. But I tell you what, to make impact, you must find a way to become successful as quickly as possible. As quickly as possible. It must be a project on your hand that look, I want to be financially free. Number 8. I said to make an impact, you must learn how to network. How to network. This is a very big topic. and I want to take permission from Daddy to give me a day, either in April or May. I am going to be teaching on something that the title I call 6 Degrees of Separation. I want to tell you may go and do your research before that time. We're going to class. Basically, it's about networking. How to network, how to get anybody, how to be in touch with whoever you want to get in touch with. And the title of that teaching class is going to be 6 Degrees of Separation. 6 degrees of separation. It's a principle. It's a principle in the world of success. That if you know it, I am telling you, the sky will be your starting point. So I'm going to be teaching one of these, I don't know which day, but we just going to be a special, it's just going to be one class. And I'll be teaching on 6 degrees of separation. How you can get through to anybody in the world. But to make an impact, you must learn how to network, how to relate with both the old and the young, how to find your way through young people, old people. It's a skill. And I'm going to teach in this class. And I said, number 9, I said, be a role model. Deliberately mentor some people. If you want to make an impact, just sit and say, look for some people in your church, in your community, in your mosque, in your area now. Deliberately find a way to impact into them, to bring them up, to raise them up. Recently I said I just make a list of where are my boys? I said I have to start reaching out to some people that I deliberately brought up. Like I was teaching them some certain things until they become strong. And I said, all these boys, where them they safe? I started looking up for them. I started looking them up. And I started like, guy, are you okay? Are you fine? Or like, hey, I need to talk to you about something. And these are great men in all kind of places. But I deliberately, and I'm still doing it for some people, raise up. Your greatest investment is in people. And the greatest impact you will make is to impact people's life. It could be a marriage thing. Some of you are here. I remember my wife will remember back in Nigeria then, when people get married in our church, we host them. One of the vision we had was to mentor the newly wedded. People have a lot of teaching stage, trying to struggle with a lot of things, finances. When you just get married, before you get married, you're always spending your money alone. Now you get married, you need to spend your money with somebody else, and so many marriages have issues trying to match their finances, and then we felt there's a gap. And then each time people get married in my church, we will host them in our house, and we become their friend, and deliberately we mentor them. That could be something for you too. Find some things you can do. Find some people, a place where you can raise people up. And then finally, before I go to our assignment, which is very critical, I said, share your skills and knowledge. Find a way to that thing you know. Find a way to be like, it's more like, being a role model. But now, particularly that's what can you do so well? You understand now? Find a way to do what? To share it with people. Find a way to share your skill and your knowledge. Oh, I have 2 more. I said, to also make impact, you must, this one is very, my look on but it's a revelation for me. You must be able to smile a lot. To make impact, you must do what? You must smile a lot. You must smile a lot. You must carry that aura of Aye Opare. That's what make impact. Like, people want to talk to you like, everybody's struggling, fighting, and if you look at, there are no smiles around again. People that will make impact, they must be people that smile, even through their own situations. That look, Aye Opare, and then the final thing I put here, I said, to make impact, you must be as kind as much as you can. Be kind. This is another deep topic we can talk about, but I want to, you can think about that. Be kind. As much as you can help people, be nice to people, you can give to people, be kind. Be kind. Don't close your heart. Don't close your heart. I'm not saying you want to go overboard in doing this I cannot do, but as much as it lies within your capacity, be kind to people. Somebody tells you information about how to travel out, give it to them. Don't hold the information. Somebody's telling you, how do I get this done? Help people out. As much as you can. Don't do what is going to hurt you. But as much as you can to make impact in people's life, be kind to them. I want to stop on this note on making impact. And I want to believe that after this class, we will all go out there and make impact in our church, in our community, and in the world at large. Yeah. So quickly, I want to go to our success keynote, which is very, very critical for me. Today I have 5, and that's why I have to go to it. 5 success keynotes, because I'm running up on the class today, and next Sunday is going to be our question and answer class and our assignment class. We're running up next week Sunday. Now, for our success keynote, number 1, are you there? Are we listening to me or somebody sleeping?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we are with me. Right, number 1, I said, look, for you to become successful in life, you must have personal law. You must have personal law. You must have personal law. You must say to yourself, these are the things I cannot do. These are the food I cannot eat. These are places I cannot go. Are you following what I'm saying now? Can anybody write down this? You can write down this. It's the title of a book. The book is called The Mafia Manager. The Mafia Manager. And the author. Somebody said something?
No, don't worry. What mafia?
Yes, yes. I'll tell you something about that book right now. The author is V, A, B, C, V, I think V. The author of the book is called V, letter V. It was my local government chairman that gave me that book. He said up to today, they have never seen that the person that wrote that book, but the person was selling the book, and it's one of the toughest business book I've ever read. And in that book, please, I'm not. If you can find it, go and look for it. But it's a very scarce book. It's a business book. It's for business managers. It's for people. Those are books that business managers keep under there. They don't want you to know about it. You understand?
The Mafia.
The Mafia Manager. And it will tell you how to relate with your accountant, how to relate with your secretary, how to relate with, start with your company. And I read a part of that book that touches me. It's not a Christian book. And he said, if you want to succeed at all in your business, he said, no matter how your body is doing you, don't you ever have any, how do I put down, any kind of erotic relationship with your staff. I get it now. That don't make any of your staff your girlfriend, or no matter how beautiful or how handsome the person is. Is that the day you try it, that is the day your company is going down. Is that no matter what, even if whatever, it's not really about, but now these are personal law that when you see some people and they are not Christians and they are succeeding, you will not know what they understand. Some of them have subject themselves to some certain law that says that no matter, see, let me tell you, conventional law, if you can obey your own personal law, conventional law is nothing. It's nothing. The toughest law to obey is the law that you set up for yourself. And you say, tell me, no matter what, for the next 10 days or 20 days, I'm not going to sleep until 12 midnight. It's a law. You put yourself under a law. There's one big man of God in Nigeria. He's my big brother. Very powerful. Very powerful man of God in Nigeria right now. Back about 25 years ago, I went to his house. And I went to sleep in his house. And I said, Femi, you're welcome. And we're talking. And you know what? He said, Femi, go and sleep in the room. I said, but hey. He said, no. He said, he's trying to get some certain understanding about some things. And he said, in the last 30 days, he has been sleeping on his own couch. He has one of the best bed around. But you know what? He said he has been sleeping on his own couch. You know what his couch is? Couch where somebody will just do like this and put it. He has a very nice bed. But he said he was trying to unravel some certain things. He had to be sleeping on the couch in the lap. And he said, you can sleep on the bed. I said, no, if you sleep on the couch, me, I'll sleep on the floor. I just went to sleep on the floor with him in the parlor. And today, if you need to see the kind of, oh my God, I don't want to mention his name. The way God is using, I am not surprised. But these are people who have subject themselves to some personal laws. Some of you know one pastor in Lagos right now. I don't know what his name as well. He used to be in front of my screen about take day. Nobody comes to his church. And then we used to use his church for Bible study. Today, he's one of the most popular pastors. You know what? When we go to see him that time, when I go to see him, in his office, I will tell him, Pastor, I want to use your church for our fellowship. He say, go ahead. And anytime I go to meet him around 12 o'clock in the afternoon, he's always reading his Bible. And today, when he teaches the scriptures, oh my God, it makes my head want to tear. When this man teaches the scriptures, I'm talking about 30 years ago, this man is Oh, Mama, one in office. No, I mean, about 15 years ago, he will be in his office and he will be studying. When nobody, you know, for almost for my 5 years, 6 years, maybe about 7 years I spent in Yaba Tech, I tell you, I realized I count on my fingertips how many people were coming to his church, but he was keeping at it with his personal law at this stage. Our time is running. Number 2, successful, you must have a timeline. You must have a timeline. When I'm talking about timeline, you must put a time to everything. I want to read a book. I must finish this book in the next 3 days. They ask us to go and read the book. I'll read it and you put like this. I tell you, if you say, I want to read this book in 1 day, you will finish it. Anything you want to do at all, if you must be successful, you must put timeline to it. If you want, you must have what I call lifetime table. Even if you don't fulfill it at that time, you can readjust it and say, okay, let me just push it and make it work. I told us that time, one of the, what's his name? He's in my super bag. He said, look, you can clean your house in 3 hours and you can even clean it in 3 days. The same thing you do in 3 hours, you do in 3 days. When you don't put a time to it. Number 3, you must be a marketer. To succeed in life, you must be a marketer. You must be able to communicate your vision anywhere you go. You must be able to communicate. You must be able to sell something. You must be selling something. You must be selling something every point in time. You must be selling something. It could be your vision, it could be a product, it could be a service. Number 4, I said you must be a gold digger. My time is fast spent, but I wish I can talk about this furthermore. When I'm talking about being a gold digger, you must be able to find gold in every man you meet. People will tell you that Reverend Ademosh is a bad person. See, when you meet him, close your eyes to the Buruju. Look for what is the gold in Reverend Ademosh. That's what I'm going to see. Oh, that Femi, I didn't know. In fact, he knows how to yap people too much. See, when you meet Femi, just close to what is the gold in him. Everybody you meet has a gold. If you want to be successful, because if you go about with them say, I'm telling you, you will miss your destiny. You will meet people that would have helped you because they say, he has committed fornication before, you want to go and listen to him, and you meet him. So you now say, going to commit fornication. Let me tell you, sometimes some of your life helper, they are the greatest sinner you ever know. Close your eyes. Even you, man, yourself, by the time they open your secret, nobody will be able to talk with you. He said, let the person who has not committed anything, let him be forced to throw stone at this woman. You see what? No matter what you know about anybody, no matter what they have spoken to you about them, see, you know what? You must be able to close your eyes to what is bad about people and look for the good in them. See, dig good, dig everybody you meet. Just say, when you meet Femi Adedino, there's a gold in him. When you meet Becky Adedino, there's a gold in him. When you meet Busa Adedino, there's a gold in him. When you meet Anabake, there's a gold in him. That gold, close your eyes to what is not golden. Open your eyes to what is golden. What is the good thing about this person? That's the way to become successful. People who become successful, they are gold diggers. They are looking for the best in people. They are, whatever bad about it, I'm shutting down my mind about it. And then on keynote, finally, I said, you must, this one is very practical, and all of us are going to do it. It's also going to cascade to my next assignment for us over the week. You must, to become successful, you must have what I call passive income. There must be a place where you are making money from that you are not working. You cannot work and become successful all your life. There must be a place, there must be something that is bringing money for you. Go and begin to put all your thinking cap. Where can I be making money from that I don't have to work there? You cannot work your life as a teacher and become successful. I'm telling you, forget my vision. You must be able to think and say, God, where do I need to put my money into? The reason I'm adding now, that will multiply. I don't have to be there. Because if you have to work all the work in your life, you will die before 50. You will die before you assist you. You must be wise enough. You must put that up. And I'm going to give that as a sign. When I was fully on ground in Nigeria, people may not know, I was an Okada entrepreneur. My wife knows. We have a lot of Okada. We don't drive. I don't have to drive Okada. But I have a lot of Okada men who are driving for me. And I was every week, I would just say a lot, money is coming in. I wasn't driving Okada. But I was making money with Okada. I have several Marua, my wife knows. We have Marua said and there that are doing something for us. Bam, bam, bam. We don't work there. That's the way to multiply your phone. I'm not saying that's what you have to do. There are so many technological things that is happening right now that put your investment in. You need to think, because you cannot work for all the money you need to break through in your life. These are practical things. That's why some of those politicians, where they are getting their money, they don't work there. The money they just get a lot every week, every month. You don't know, you are still working. If it is by walking, the cat pusher, the Richard and all of us. So this week, our assignment is this. Number one, you're going to write on your team platform the discovery you have made on where you can put money, and your money be working for you. You're going to do it over the week. Go and think, because this is my own discovery that if you put money here, money will come in for me. I don't have to be there. My money will just be working for me. That's the first assignment. Number two assignment is this. This week as well is practical. It's practical week. You will do something for any of your friend. It's not money. This is not money related now. To help your friend promote whatever the friend is doing. If your friend this week, you tell us you will also, you are not saying you write it on that on your team platform. What you have done to help your friend to promote his service or his goods. If your friend is writing books, something like me, you will write on your platform. I am doing this. I am telling people about Mr. Adediran's book so that he can sell more. Now we are looking at how you can help people reach their goal. Oh, if your friend is as Otishe Album, I am telling to people about I'm talking to people to buy my friend's album so he can sell more. So your assignment is will be to go out there and do something to help a friend who has this or goods that needs to be promoted. That's one. And then finally, as I finish, I'm sorry, I'm taking our time, is that the two teams that we have set up together over the week, we are going to be telling us how we're going to work about that. Remember, the assignment for the two teams is, we say we are dividing us to two teams. The assignment is this. Number one is for us to put together a proposal on how our next empowerment class will be attended by at least 100 people. We're going to start that, we're going to announce that, but our team is to go and work on that and put a proposal together on it. And the number two things that we're supposed to put a proposal together is what you can do as a person, as a group now, or what service or goods you can offer that can go viral, and how you plan to make that thing go viral all over Nigeria and all over the world. And I said that this week I will expect you, and I'm going to give room for all of us to finish all your outstanding assignment and make sure that they are submitted latest by Thursday this week. I want to round off here, and I'm sorry I have to take extra time. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you for having me today. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, everybody that has listened to Femi Adediran all the way from United States of America. That is one of those things that we have enjoyed. I want you to go over this lecture again, listen to it properly. Let's see what you bring out. Do the assignment and send it to me. Do the assignment and send it to me. There are a lot of assignments in this lecture. For some of you on Church Zoom. If you're on Facebook, you want to be true to yourself, you can do the same. Let me leave you for today. If Jesus starts next Saturday, 8 a.m., we'll come around again to listen to another man, probably. God bless you. My name is Reverend Peter Olufela Ademosun. I'm the facilitator of this program. God bless you. If you have any question, please send to me.